Hello everyone. In this video I will show you how to use Claude Code to develop iOS apps using Swift. So we have Xcode open. Let me just create a new project in Xcode. So I will create this project called Casual To Do. Okay, create. Okay, so our project is created now. So now what we do is we go to this folder from terminal. Okay, so now to use Claude Code, first you have to do Claude init. This will initialize Claude and build up the context of your project. Here you can see it has initialized and now it is just scanning the project and building the context. My Opus 4 limit is already over today because of my own projects. Okay, so now you can see it has shown us its understanding of the project. And now the first thing I do after installing Claude Code and starting a new project is add all the MCPs that I'm using. So I will show you what MCPs I use. First one is the XcodeBuildMCP. This allows Claude Code to interact with the Xcode build system and it can build the project, and if there are any errors it can correct it. So first I will add this. Okay, added. Then I will add context 7. So what context 7 does is allows you to use the latest API for whatever platform or SDK you are using, because what usually happens is that the LLM versions are usually 3 to 6 months behind the latest APIs available. So what context 7 does is it will have the latest version of all the SDKs available. Most probably whatever you are using will surely be available here. So this allows you to use the latest version of whatever SDK you are using. You just have to say use context 7 in whatever message you send to Claude. And now I will add the Supabase MCP. So if you are using Supabase as the backend of your iOS app, then this MCP is a must-have, because this will allow Claude to access your Supabase account and it will be able to see what projects you have, what edge functions you have, the structure of your database, and it will be able to access the logs of the edge functions, and it will be able to judge what the issue is and then suggest corrections. So I will just add this. Don't worry about the access token, I will delete it before uploading this video. Okay, so we've added all the MCPs that we are going to use. So now I will again go Claude. You can see now we are in Claude Code, and now we will check if our MCPs are added correctly. If you do /MCP, you can see your MCPs. You can see here all 3 MCPs are added correctly. Okay, so now what do we have to do in this project? Create a basic to-do list app which only has 4 sections: today, tomorrow, this week, this month. Okay, let's see what it does. You can see first it will create the plan. So some Taskmaster AI fans have asked me if Claude Code is as good as Taskmaster with cursor, but you can see here it is planning and then it will implement. So this is similar to Taskmaster. So it is first analyzing the existing structure, and now it will create SwiftUI views and then implement the data models and then add the basic functionality to add or remove to-dos. You can see it is reading the structure. Now the first time it will ask you to confirm this, so you can just say yes and don't ask again this session. Don't pay any attention to this area. It just keeps changing the message and sometimes it is confusing as well. You can see it is creating the files. This is the add to do and this is the SwiftUI view. You can see it has completed all the tasks here. Basic to-do list tab is complete. Okay, it has 4 sections. Tab-based navigation between sections. Add to-do mark as complete. Delete. Clean interface. Now let's switch to the Xcode project and see what it has built. Okay, so here you can see it has built 4 sections: today, tomorrow, this week, this month. Okay, this is the object, this is the view. Okay, so now I will ask it to, where is the plus button? It said tap the plus button, but that plus button is not visible to us. So now I will go back and tell it. So now what I will do is I will use audio to dictate. So first I will use whisper flow, sorry. You say you have added the plus button, but I do not see a plus button to add a new to do. You can see it has identified the issue and it is working on fixing it. You can see now the plus button is visible to add a new to do. And if I press it, yes, we can get a new to do screen. Okay, upload this video and you can see it added the task, and swipe to delete is also implemented by default. Okay, so now let me tell it to, now I will use Apple's own dictation. I do not like the tab based navigation, so the today, tomorrow, this week and this month options should display in a stack in a single screen. So if you do not want to spend money on whisper flow, Apple's own dictation is also very good, and LLMs are much smarter, so even if you make some pronunciation mistake, it's fine. And Apple's dictation also works offline, so that's also an added advantage. So I am not planning to use whisper flow much. Apple dictation is good enough for me. So now you can see it is redoing the navigation because we said we do not want tab based navigation, so it is deleting all the tabs. And it has created a new stack view here. You can see now it has revised the navigation completely. Yes, so that's it. I think this should give you a good idea about how to use Claude Code for iOS development. There are many people who are still preferring cursor, but I think this Claude Code understands context much better than cursor. Let me show you an example by showing you the Supabase integration. So here I will just tell it to create a new project on Supabase and make the to-do sync with Supabase. You can see it did not take the right pronunciation, but Claude Code will still do what is right. Okay, so now it will ask if it can list. I say yes, and now it will say, sorry, I'm deleting. Okay, it wants to get cost. Do you want me to create? Yes. Create project. You can see here the tool that the Supabase MCP is using. So now it has created the casual to do project in our Supabase account. Now it is setting up the database schema for to dos. So it will run this SQL script which will create the to do table. So for each of these tools it will ask you first for confirmation. I don't know if there is an easy way to just auto approve this, but once you tell it to always do it, it will save it for this project in the .claude folder, and you will not have to approve it again for the same tool. So now it has created everything on Supabase, and now it is working on integrating Supabase into our iOS app. So let me go to our Supabase account. I think the project should be visible here now. You can see this is the project that it has created completely from command line. We did not go to Supabase at all to create this project. So here you can see in the table editor it has created this to do. Let me just show you the schema. So you can see here the to do table is created, the is completed is a bool, the text, date created, date updated. So you can see it has created a pretty good structure here. Now it is working to integrate Supabase in our iOS app. You can see now it is also installing the Supabase package. The Swift package for Supabase will also be fed and added to our Xcode project. Okay, now it is done. So let's see what it has created. So Supabase project is created. It gave us the URL. The database schema is created. row level security is enabled. Swift integration, you can see adding, deleting and everything, all actions should work with Supabase. Okay, so I think it actually failed to add the project, so let me tell it to use Xcode build MCP to install Supabase Swift. Let's see if Xcode build MCP is able to install the SDK. Discover projects. Okay, so it gave up. It said the Xcode build MCP does not have the tool to install the package manager. I'll guide you how to do manually. Okay, we already know how to do it manually. Okay, just we will quit this because let us first add the SDK here. Add package, and while this adds, we will tell it that I have added Supabase SPM package manually now. So you can see it is able to see the packet that we added. It is trying to build. You can see it detected the error here because we are using Xcode build to build the project. So this is just a case of adding the import statement. You can see it is editing the project.pbx folder. Sorry, file. And it is adding all the Supabase dependencies here. Now it built again, and I think it is compiling fine now. Okay, build succeeded with some warning. Okay, now it is saying the build has succeeded. Let's see. Okay, so it will run on the simulator now, but let me also show you another cool feature. We all know how we feel lazy in writing commit logs, so what you can do here is just tell it to commit code, and it will automatically find out not only the files that have changed, but also it will compose the commit message for you. You can see this is the commit message that it has created. You can see whatever tasks we have added today, they are all included here, and it adds some self promotion here, but it's fine. So I will just say yes. And here you can see all our files are committed. And our commit is also available here. Okay, I think that's it now. I also wanted to show you the Supabase syncing when we add or delete the to-dos, but I think this is enough for now. Thank you for watching.